Early life and introduction to football. Paul John Gascoigne, commonly known as Gazza, was born on May 27, 1967, in Gateshead, Tyne and Wear, England. Raised in a working-class family, Gascoigne was the second of 4 children. His father, John, was a miner, while his mother, Carol, worked at a local factory. Football was in Gazza's blood from an early age, and it became an escape from the often difficult realities of life in a tough, working-class community. Growing up in the northeast of England, Gascoigne's love for the game was nurtured by his natural ability, which was evident from his early years. As a child, he played football in the streets with his friends and quickly gained a reputation for his flair, vision, and creativity. His raw talent was soon spotted by local scouts. And at the age of 11, Gascoigne joined the youth ranks of Newcastle United, one of the biggest clubs in the northeast. He quickly advanced through the ranks of the youth system, impressing with his dribbling skills, creativity, and vision. His time at Newcastle's youth academy laid the foundation for his career, and by 1985, he was called up to the senior team. Early professional career, Newcastle United. Gascoigne's professional debut came at just 17 years old when he made his first appearance for Newcastle United in 1985. Though he was young, Gascoigne's maturity on the ball and natural flair set him apart from many of his older teammates. The early stages of his career at Newcastle were marked by his ability to dazzle crowds with his dribbling, passing and vision, all while playing with a style that was ahead of his years. In his first season with the senior team, he became a key figure for Newcastle, and his potential became increasingly apparent. Despite Newcastle struggling with relegation in the late 1980s, Gascoigne's individual performances were exceptional. His dribbling skills, close control, and ability to create scoring opportunities for his teammates made him the focal point of the team's attacking play. By 1988, Gascoigne's reputation had spread beyond the northeast, and he was being watched by the top clubs in England. It was clear that his future lay far beyond Newcastle United. The move to Tottenham Hotspur. In 1988, after several impressive seasons at Newcastle, Gascoigne made the high-profile move to Tottenham Hotspur, one of England's top football clubs. At just 21 years old, the £2.2 million transfer fee was a significant sum at the time, and it marked Gascoigne as one of the brightest young talents in English football. His arrival at Tottenham was met with excitement, and the club's fans eagerly anticipated the flair and creativity that he would bring to the team. Gascoigne's time at Tottenham would prove to be a defining period in his career. His dribbling skills and creativity allowed him to form an exciting partnership with fellow attacking players, such as Gary Lineker and the legendary Chris Waddle. Under the management of Terry Venables, Gascoigne flourished, and his performances on the field garnered national attention. One of his standout moments came in the 1991 FA Cup, when he played a starring role in Tottenham's victory. In the semi-final against Arsenal, Gascoigne scored a spectacular free kick, which became one of the most iconic moments in FA Cup history. During his time at Tottenham, Gascoigne also gained international recognition and quickly became one of England's best players. His passing range, creativity, and vision set him apart as a unique talent, and he earned his first call-up to the England national team in 1988. International career and the 1990 World Cup. Gascoigne's international debut came in 1988, in a friendly match against Denmark. His inclusion in the England squad for the 1990 FIFA World Cup in Italy marked a turning point in his career, as he gained global recognition for his exceptional footballing ability and flamboyant personality. Although Gascoigne was still a relatively young player at the time, his performances in the World Cup were nothing short of spectacular. During the tournament, Gascoigne became one of England's standout players. His vision, passing, and ability to dictate the pace of the game were key to England's run to the semi-finals. One of the most iconic moments of Gascoigne's career came in the semi-final against West Germany. With the game in a tense deadlock, Gascoigne was booked for a foul, meaning that he would miss the final if England advanced. The emotional reaction from Gascoigne, who was on the verge of tears, captured the hearts of fans across the world. Although England ultimately lost to West Germany in a penalty shootout, Gascoigne's performances and emotional display endeared him to football fans globally. The 1990 World Cup was a defining moment for Gascoigne, as it showcased his immense talent and charisma on the world stage. His ability to rise to the occasion and deliver in big moments made him one of the most beloved players in English football history. The move to Lazio and later career. After the 1990 World Cup, Gascoigne moved to Lazio in Italy's Serie A, where he spent several seasons before moving on to other clubs. His time in Italy was marred by injuries, but his talent was still undeniable. At Lazio, Gascoigne formed a strong partnership with fellow midfielders, and though injuries interrupted his time there, he still demonstrated moments of magic and creativity. Gascoigne's time in Italy, while not as successful as his earlier career, showed his adaptability in a new and more physically demanding league. After his time in Italy, Gascoigne had spells with a few clubs, including Rangers FC in Scotland, where he won several domestic titles and helped Rangers to multiple Scottish Premier League titles. His performances at Rangers proved that, despite the injuries and challenges, Gascoigne still possessed the flair, creativity, and passion that had made him one of England's best players. However, his time in Scotland was also marked by personal struggles, and his career was often overshadowed by controversies and off-field issues. Personal struggles and public life. Despite his immense talent and success on the field, Gascoigne's career was marred by personal struggles. Throughout his life, Gascoigne battled with alcohol and mental health issues, which were often made public due to his larger-than-life personality and the media's intense focus on him. His struggles with addiction and depression led to multiple stints in rehabilitation centers, and his personal life often made headlines. Gascoigne's vulnerability and openness about his struggles endeared him to many fans, who saw him as a tragic hero of English football. His sense of humor and willingness to be open about his personal demons made him relatable, and despite his battles, he remained a beloved figure in the football community. His off-field challenges, however, undoubtedly affected his career, leading to inconsistent performances and periods of time away from the game.